let's move on to something a bit more wholesome. So I got the I got the development report. I got the development editor report for so the editorial report for my novel back from my development editor, and it's a lot of pages. It's a lot of pages of it's 9 pages of pretty like heavy critique and dissection, but also like bits that the bits that the editor really likes and such, and stuff they compliment, and so like if we have a look here, so the first line on here is thank you for sending me this. You are a very good writer, and there is a lot here that is really great about this story, and I think you should be very proud of what you have so far. I love your voice and how funny Nifit is. Nifit is the main character of the novel. The light-hearted elements are great, and I like the quirky world-building elements you've included. And I personally love survival stories in a locked environment, especially space. So this is my kind of story. Overall, I think this project could be really strong with some more work. However, I don't think it's query ready yet. This is largely because you have an amazing backstory and an interesting character with huge potential based on that, but you don't utilise either of these things in the story you have written. Instead, you predominantly focus on only one event, and I think you need to lengthen and complicate the plot for this to do well in traditional publishing. And then like their final line and whatnot. Overall, I enjoyed Nifit's voice and your style of writing. I like the basic premise of the story, and your writing is well executed. But at the moment, there are a lot of gaps in terms of scenes and information, and it means that we have to accept what is happening, but we don't fully understand why they happen or emotionally connect with the characters. As such, I think this is an interesting start with lots of potential, but I do think you have quite a few more drafts ahead of you. But I do think this could be an interesting project at the end of it all, and I hope this report helps you take your work to the next level. Kind regards, Helen. Isn't that cool? Time to go to full novel. Project. It's already 60,000 words, or 64,000 words. So yeah, I'll probably end up. It'll probably end up at 70,000, almost like 70,000 words on the dot, because I need basically, it needs an additional chapter, maybe an additional chapter and a half, and then there's probably about half a chapter. It needs about another chapter. Let's say it needs about another 2 chapters worth of content. Or no, it needs about 2.5 chapters worth of content added, and then about